Hi everyone, it's Heather. Welcome back into the Paper Castle. This is kind of a mishmash of stuff from here in New Jersey and also from Florida. Because at the last minute, well, not really last minute, but way more spur of the moment than we usually are, my husband decided to book tickets for us to go to Florida for a week. So the week, it was the Tuesday after 4th of July, we left and went down there and visited with his mom and brother. And I hadn't been to Florida in the summer for 22 years. So it wasn't as bad and as hot as I thought it would be. Not really much different than here on a really hot day. But we did not do Disney. We did not do any theme parks because I do not do theme parks in the summer. I did that 22 years ago and vowed never to do it again. But, you know, we got to relax and go to the beach and ride these funky dune buggy little scooters around the streets of Cocoa Beach and a whole bunch of other things. Got to go to the zoo. And then one day my daughter and I drove into Orlando and met my friend Holly, who I know in a group that I'm in from online. I'd never actually met her because she's in California and I'm out here. So she was down there for a convention, so we got to meet her at the Crayola Experience, which they just opened down there, which is just like the Crayola factory over here in Pennsylvania. So we had a really good time. My son didn't come because he, as I probably mentioned in previous videos, is on a European vacation with his grandmother and aunt, uncle, and cousins. He comes back tomorrow. By the time you see this, he'll probably have been back like a month because I'm really behind between going to Florida and our electrical issues that we had in the house that we finally just got fixed before we left. So, but he is in Paris right now as I'm speaking to you. It's almost midnight there. It's his last night. I hope he got to go to the Louvre, but he had the time of his life apparently, and I can't wait to hear all about it. I'm very, very jealous he's in Paris right now because that is my favorite city. Next to New York. So if he didn't get to the Louvre, I'll be upset. That's like going to New York and not going to Times Square or see the Statue of Liberty or something. You can't do that. So anyway, I will stop with the stories here and start showing you what I found. Mostly this stuff is from thrift stores. Well, one thrift store by my mother-in-law's. She has a Goodwill right across the street from her development. So I always end up popping in there about 4 or 5 times every time we go down there. So I did find these Beachbody Slim & 6 DVDs, brand spanking new in the package. This one I believe is just one. This one, it doesn't say 2, but I own this myself and there are 2 in it and it feels heavier, so I'm just going to say in the listing that there's 2 in there. Paid $3.99 for the set, hoping to get like 20 out of it. Then at that same Goodwill I got one tie. This is obviously Looney Tunes Christmas tie, dated, let's see, 1997. It's polyester, but it's brand new because the hang tag is still on here. That was, I think, $2. Hoping to get maybe 8 to 10 out of that. Then my mother-in-law and I did some more thrift store shopping another day, hit a few different ones, and wasn't having much luck at any of them until we got to the Salvation Army store. And I got this tie. You guys know how I like to buy Hawaiian stuff. This has hula girls and pineapples and drums. This is from Tropicals by Tango. Also still has the hang tag attached, but this is in a spot where it could have just been overlooked, so this could have possibly been worn, but it's in really good shape, so if it was, maybe only, a couple times. That one is silk. That was $1. And then I found this Bible in the book section. This is a Schofield Reference Edition Bible. It has a Moroccan leather cover. Unfortunately, the first couple of pages, as you can see, are torn. But it's not the main part of the Bible, so hopefully that won't have too much impact on the sale price. There are a few stains inside and a few places where they underline with pen, but for the most part it's pretty clean. This, if it was a better copy, I might actually be able to get maybe 40 or 50 bucks out of it, but with the way it is, maybe, I'm hoping 10 to 20. I only paid 50 cents for it, which is a great deal on a leather-bound Bible. The rest of the items that I found were from the Goodwill right by our house. These I actually found, I think, the first day we were there. Everybody was just sitting around. I was getting a little stir crazy, so I drove over there and I did find some needlework kits. I'm going to show you two of them now, and I'm going to save the last one for the very end of the video because I'm going to leave you guys with a laugh. But this is a baby's first Afghan kit. Everything's complete and all the thread has been sorted and is on a ring in all these bags, so that'll make it really easy for whoever buys this. But it is complete. It's just open. That was $2. Hopefully get 15 to 20 on that. Then this really odd looking 70s mod retro deal is an instant stitchery kit from Studio 12. It's called Dandelion. It's really big actually. It's 20 by 16. Everything's in there, and its main is actually made with these flowers that you make on this little loom. This loom by itself sells for about, I don't know, $6 to $8. So the whole kit, I'm hoping I can get 15 to 20 out of. I did see a finished one of these go for, I think it was $5 or $6, but you know, it was just the finished piece. It didn't come with this loom or anything. So hopefully this will be the thing that ups the price for me. That was also $2. And I have to make sure I put, you know, mod and retro 70s in the title. And then I found this. This was also $2. This is a train model kit, HO scale, Lowe's movie theater. Oh, of course, now my battery's dying. Alright, hopefully I'll have to speed it up here and hopefully it doesn't die on me. Lowe's movie theater. It looks to be complete. There's a couple little loose pieces in here, but it looks complete. So that was $2. Might be able to get 20 to 30 on that. So that was it in Florida. We came back on the 14th. We were exhausted. Got back at 1 in the morning. And on Thursday there was an estate sale, and my daughter and I didn't get there until probably like 20 minutes before it closed, like 3 o'clock. But I did find everything was half price, so I got this Panasonic Vortex Hydro Clean. They're 3 little refills. I got 2 of these for $1 a piece. These sell for about $10 each. And then I did some Christmas and July shopping. Got some needlepoint pillows, which I've sold in the past and done pretty well with. Got this Santa sitting in front of the fireplace. These were all $3. Got the Santa on the roof with the reindeer. And Santa going down the chimney. So maybe 15 to 20 for each of those. Then I got this animated Tigger stocking, which I can't find anywhere online, on eBay or doing an image search, just can't find it. But he does sing a song. I'm only going to play part of it here. And it kind of opens the window. Okay, you get the idea. It's not in fantastic working condition, but it does work. And since I haven't seen another one, I'm hoping that's a good thing. He was 2 because, you know, I don't think he works the way that he should. And then I got these 2 stockings that are really different. They're needlepoint, they're really detailed, but they're also dimensional. You add these arms on afterwards and there's a little bit of stuffing in them. This is really, really cute. That was 3. And then there's this really nice Santa Claus one. I'm hoping to get maybe 30 out of him. This is a really nice one. So that was it for the estate sale. And I'm glad I found stuff there because the rest of the weekend was really, really pathetic. I went to probably 6 or 7 sales and spent $5. Got this Phase 10 electronic card game, brand new in the package. Got it for $2. I should be able to get at least 20 out of this. I looked that up on my phone before I bought it. Got this Rolodex personal organizer. It's an RF384. There are none of them on eBay. There is one on Amazon. They want $99 for this thing, brand new in the package. So I paid $2. Fingers crossed. I'm going to start it at 75 and see if I have any watchers. Got a travel Scrabble game with the little tiny wooden tiles for $1. Might get $10 for those. And probably my best deal of the weekend was the first sale I went to this morning after the huge thunderstorm rolled through. I got a little bit of a late start because of that. But all the stuff in their driveway was drenched. They had all this glassware on a table and they wanted like $2 for each glass. And they were like generic wine glasses, nothing special. So I'm thinking, okay, well, this might be pricey. Went into their garage where they had moved some of the stuff and I found this. This is a very heavy Le Creuset. It's called a door or Dufu, I guess. Dufu pant. I don't know. I don't speak French. But anyway, there's all these dimples here, and what it does is when it cooks, condensation builds up here, and it kind of bastes whatever in the pot, like self-basting pot. You can also fill this recessed area with ice cubes, and it adds to the condensation inside the pot. It's very strange, but anyway. I'm thinking she's gonna ask a fortune for this. I went up to her and I said, how much? She goes, oh, $1. I almost fell over. It's in really good shape, except for this area right here on the lid. One recently just sold for, I think, a little over $60. On Amazon, brand new, they want $300 for these. So, again, I might start this at 75. See where it goes. But that was a really good find. So, hoping my battery doesn't die, because this is my very last thing to show you. And this is the funniest thing. This was from the Goodwill down in Florida. It is a crewel embroidery kit. I can't show you the title yet, but it has all these owls. It's a growth chart from the 70s. It is complete. Cost me $2. And the title is the best part of it. It's called Growing with Hooters. I laughed out loud in the Goodwill when I saw this. I cracked up laughing. My mother-in-law and I both said that, you know, actually you should hang it sideways and just, you know, stand sideways up against it. And it's obviously just a growing chart for girls. I guess they weren't using this word too much back in the 70s to describe female anatomy. It was just for owls, but has a whole different meaning these days. So, that is it. I have a lot of work to catch up on, so I gotta get back to work. So thanks for watching, everyone. I don't know, hoping to get maybe 20-25 out of that, by the way. So that's it. I'll let you know how my son's trip was when he gets back. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.